Hi, I'm R.C. Everbeck, and this is the Hollywood Review. So that's my American Idol intro. How you doing? I am here today. We are joined today with Stanley Hagerman Jr., a celebrity chef, and Richie Stephens has come back on the show, actor extraordinaire and a man of many voices. So that's our little prelude to it. If you were looking for Tony, he's not here. He is actually out in Texas right now, honoring the 53rd anniversary of the JFK assassination, and they're out doing at the memorial, and then going to do holiday services with Cindy. So that'll be great for him. A little chance to get away. He's spread his traveling wings over the course of the last year or so. He's definitely left from being a homebody to somebody that travels and stuff. And we'll check in with him a little bit later on in this segment. We do 4 segments here. Get to know each other a little bit. A little later, Chef Stanley is going to do us the solid of showing us a holiday, easy to prepare holiday dish, and we're going to actually make it here in studio. That's why we have the covering for the cool poker table that's normally here. So lots of different things. This is our Thanksgiving edition of the Hollywood Review. Richie Stephens, how you been, brother?
Hello, good to see you again.
So my understanding is, and this is kind of true of the show, last time you were here, right after you got off the show, what happened?
Yeah, last time I was here, I had an audition that day, and I went on the show, and I booked the job. So
Money.
I was in New York on Monday, and RC asked me to come back again I was over in New York for a big audition. Can't say what as far as a big movie. But I was like, you're good luck. I'll definitely be back. And I was supposed to be on the show on Tuesday. But then I got 2 more auditions. So I'm hoping.
Extra.
I'm rubbing him. It might be good luck here.
Lucky charm.
If you tuned into the Afternoon Delight yesterday, Philip Boyd was on with Susan Tunney, and Philip was able to swap because he's on hiatus break from the Have and Have Nots on the OWN network. So he's just like, has some downtime. He's like, yeah, I'm good, man. Literally in acting classes, like, I know this is important. What? I'm like, can you? Because he knows Richie, and he was just like, yeah, I can switch him, no problem. The last time though, I was talking to you in Ireland.
Oh yeah, I was back home
He
for.
just flies in to do the show apparently.
Well, I was over there for my sister's wedding, and I had to meet a guy in England that I'm writing a script about.
Yeah, to meet a guy.
Yeah, talk to a guy about a thing, and so then I come back, and then I booked that job. It was Blue Bloods. It was in New York. It's been shown in America. It'll be shown in Europe now pretty soon, a couple of months. Played a Russian gangster. Got to do my Russian.
We actually have a clip of that. We'll show that a little bit later on. 3 of your things.
Oh,
it's
nice.
out of like a little clip section. So we'll get to
Cool.
3 of your shows, 3 of the things that you've done.
Okay.
And now, Stanley, you're a sous chef at Shutters at the Beach, right?
Actually, that was my previous job.
Now you just do celebrities. What?
Well, I do a little private chef work. I do some catering.
Hands
I
down.
have
This
a
is
meal
live
prep
TV.
service. Sorry. And then I work for a treatment company, a residential treatment facility. So I do cooking classes with them. I do nutrition classes. I prepare meals for the clients. So, I have a little bit more freedom now to kind of do a little bit of everything.
What's the center, if you can say?
It's Club Soba.
Club Soba.
Yeah, or Soba Recovery. It's like the umbrella
So you work
company.
with people that are trying to get back on their feet and
Right. Yeah, people who
teach them skills, or is
yeah,
this
so
mentorship, or
it's a alcohol and drug rehabilitation facility. But it's like one of those high-end Malibu kind of companies. So
the kind if I ended up going I'd want to go to.
Yeah,
20
you know,
grand
so
a day or something. I don't
well,
know.
you know, it's definitely you kind of get what you pay for. You know, it's the house I work out of currently is right on the bluff in Malibu. Just overlooks the ocean. You know, there's a swimming pool, jacuzzi.
Right.
You know, so it's a great way to kind of come back into the real world and kind of, you know, have me there cooking
And now
for
back
you.
east we sort of call them halfway houses.
Right.
But out here it's a little different in California because a halfway house back east also is transitioned from a jail to
Right.
community. So they have a distinction out here. But is it transitioning back into life?
There's different steps. You know, there's detox, and then there's like a transitional from detox to sober living. And sober living would be kind of like what I would consider a halfway house, because growing up, like my father lived in halfway houses, and it's just a house where a bunch of sober people live. And then after a while, then you kind of ease your way back into regular, you know, normal day-to-day living, you know.
Right.
So sober living is really just meant for you to kind of be on your own, but have to check in, and, you know, can you live sober?
So
you know?
it's a not a crutch but a safety net.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, are you teaching the people that are going there your skills, or are you just sort of, you know, making sure that they have good food to eat? Or
So it's a combination. I teach my skills, basic skills. A lot of these guys come in off the street, or they've been, you know, using since they were kids,
Sure.
and they just don't have like living skills.
so you're basically showing them different ways to use a knife than they used to.
Different ways to use a knife, you know, simple dishes like we're gonna do today. You know, I teach them how to cook healthy, prepare easy dishes.
Right.
Because then the next step is like a healthier lifestyle. You know,
Right.
so if you've been out on the streets for, you know, umpteen amount of years, and all you know is junk food occasionally.
Well, that's
then,
that's the hard thing to do. I learned from I did the Zone, the Dr. Barry Sears Zone for a while, and I lived with. It's not really a diet; it's sort of a food choices. And I found if I shopped around the outside of the supermarket, not in the aisles, I was eating healthier than I've ever eaten
Right.
for $7 a day. But it was preparing it at home.
Right.
But I mean, and then once a week I could splurge on that. It was the average of 7 a day. I'd have like either steak or lobster once a week.
Yeah.
And because I didn't want to go that rich all the time, but when you learn that skill set, it can be valuable. I mean, $7 a day, that's a single meal at a Burger King.
That's
and you
right.
feel like, oh, it's going to be working. I'm just going to go to Burger King. It's quick. I don't have much money.
Right.
But I can cook for $5 at
And then you feel
some
better
stores
if
for-
you eat that way
for
too.
$5 to $10.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you feel that's the point of the zone. It's where the carbs and the fats meet, or carbs and proteins meet in a bell curve. The top of the
Right.
peak of the bell curve is the zone where it's the ideal, you know, for a body to
Right.
to think and function and do things.
Because
It's
you need
at-
those
at your
carbs for
prime.
energy.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
and there's good carbs, and in fact, it tells you how to eat, and maybe you can confer with this. Like you can eat fast food, just get rid of the bottom bun of the burger. You know, just get rid of some of the to make portioning.
Well,
correct.
in moderation, you know,
Right.
like once a week, maybe I'll go to
Yeah,
In-N-Out and get a
yeah.
protein style, you know.
One of the things they said, if you're stuck at a party and you're going to have wine, make sure you eat some shrimp. It's a balance to
Right.
keep you, you know, in the pocket.
Yeah.
So you teach healthy styles like that. And
Right, yeah. A combination of healthy styles, simple dishes, you know, and just like having fun in the kitchen, you know, like making cooking fun and like something to kind of take your mind away from, you know, what's really going on in your life, you know. So like for me, I can get in the kitchen and I can escape, you know. So I'll start cooking and nothing else really matters at that
that was
time.
around the holiday time. You know, this is your zone.
Yeah, well, in my previous work life, you know, working in restaurants and hotels, the holidays are it's balls to the wall, you know. It's just like working like 30 days in a row, you know, 12-hour days. And now it's not like that. But I'm more available to like help other people, and like people need ideas for dishes, family members, you know. I can make dishes for people, you know, but when I'm in the restaurant, I'm kind of just there all day. There's nothing else I can really do,
Sure.
you know. So I can do that kind of stuff now, and that's what I'm loving right now.
Do you cook, Richie?
Basics.
Like what? Eggs, toast?
No, like I can cook
Pasta?
like pasta. I can cook
With the-
Indian
in the
food.
jar?
Yeah.
Wait a second. Now
Basic.
that's a thing. Indian food.
Yeah, but not from scratch.
What do you mean? You go to Trader Joe's and
you cook the chicken, you cook the rice, and you put
tikka
the sauce
masala.
in, mix it up, and there you go. It
Okay.
counts.
So, again, this is the Hollywood Review, and we're live at Hollywood and Vine, and we're on WCOBM.com. We have a phone and message from Tony. We're going to be playing that in just a second. So if you were wondering where Tony is, he likes to keep tabs on his flock, and if you're out there and you're missing him, I mean really missing him, we got you covered. Why don't you hit it, Marvin?
Hello and welcome back to WCOBM.com's The Hollywood Review. Again, my name's Tony Boldy. I'm obviously not in the studio. RC is holding the fort down there at the studio in Hollywood, at Hollywood and Vine. I'm actually at the mansion here in Dallas, Texas. We're at the 53rd anniversary of the assassination of President Kennedy, a very sad event. We're also here for Thanksgiving, visiting with Cindy's family here. So we're very excited to be on the road, getting some footage to bring back to the studio for you guys. But again, you're watching, I think, the cooking segment with RC and Stanley. Thank you so much for doing that, guys. I miss you. I miss being in the studio. But again, this is live, so you never know what you're going to get. And we just wanted to let you know we're thinking about you, and RC, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. We'll be back in 2 and 2.
Yeah. So, Tony, you look psyched. We are going to go to that the cooking segment in the third section. So, a little switcheroo. Maybe the little tablecloth threw you off. But, yeah, let's take a break. Then we're going to go into some of the acting and film stuff that you've been doing. And we'll see a few clips from Richie Stephens. And then in the third section, we'll talk with Stanley a bit while he prepares that dish for us. I don't know. Are we helping? Maybe I'll get my apron on.
I'll take a couple sous chefs, you know.
Okay. It'll be the Soba House extension. And then in the final segment, we'll just go back and forth. But I want to talk about, where you got your inspiration, the places you've worked.
Okay.
A little foreshadowing, the Pump House. What's that all about? We'll see you when we get back.